Get the basics right, an examination of the skin will be much easier. You should inspect all the skin and aim to describe the signs just as accurately as you would signs in the respiratory or cardiovascular systems. You should be able to interpret what you see and, although you may not reach a diagnosis, try to pull together a reasonable differential. Explain what you would like to do and obtain the patient's consent to examine all the skin, not just the areas that seem to be affected. Ensure the patient is warm and comfortable. You will need to expose the skin, but you can do this in stages, so have a sheet or blanket to hand so that you can cover the patient. Ask if the skin is tender before you begin. Remember to examine the nails, scalp, hair, and mucous membranes, as well as the skin. Look under dressings and invite patients to remove makeup, dentures, or wigs. You may need a chaperone, particularly if you are going to examine sensitive areas such as the genitalia. You may also need a nurse to help you with dressings. Lighting in most clinical areas is inadequate for examining the skin. Ideally, you should be working in bright ambient lighting that is equivalent to daylight, and you should have access to mobile supplementary illumination for some tasks, e.g., inspecting inside the mouth or illuminating awkward skin folds. Some dermatologists use a hand lens or magnifying loupes for close inspection of skin lesions. Magnification can also help to assess the small blood vessels in the nail folds. You can use an ophthalmoscope with a drop of immersion oil, but a dermatoscope is even better. A dermatoscope can also confirm the diagnosis of scabies by revealing mites in burrows. A dermatoscope is used for assessing pigmented lesions, but it takes expertise to interpret the signs.